All right, y'all, good morning. It is 10:30 Eastern Time on Wednesday, January 22nd. This is the Bookmap stream, partnering with OM. And yeah, we got a very bullish move this morning. NASDAQ is up 312 points since the close, up 1.5%. Majority of the S&P is deeply red. Deeply red. The only thing holding up this house of cards still, just like the past 4 years, is the mega cap stocks, except for Apple. Apple's getting demolished again, which is the theme. So we're looking for I am personally looking for an imbalance move to fill some of this liquidity lower. I don't like buying these extended, prolonged, elevated prices, at least on the short-term scale. So I'm looking for a retest move a little bit lower. It's going to have to be a little more patient than some days today. The ES has not really moved all that much since 10 o'clock. The past 30 minutes, they've pretty much been pinned to this 6120 area. NASDAQ has been pretty much doing the same, back and forth in their little respective range, 20-point range here after the big move at the open. We do have some liquidity building a little bit lower. 59.50 on ES is quite large, and the largest amount of liquidity on the books. We have a little bit here at 60.80. If you go a little further to 59.50, you've got this big cat. It's been a while since we've seen a very large elevated position on the books outside of the range in a while, but that's about 650 orders. Other than that, there's no signs of any kind of pullback right now, at least on the NASDAQ. ES is still kind of hanging down. The Russell, the Dow, the XLF is getting destroyed. The VIX is still up. In fact, the VIX this morning is just broken into red territory after a very large green move. But tech still rampages, still up and up and up. So I'm personally sitting there watching this. I ain't touching this because I just don't like the way the cross currents are building. We have $2.3 billion in 0 DTE puts being purchased while calls are not moving at all. So the S&P is deeply red. The VIX is still trying to capture 15. 0 DTE puts are being bought on by the institutions at an alarming rate, and the market is only being held up by the tech here, which continues to rampage. So I'm going to be patient and wait for the to juice this melon, baby, or orange, or whatever fruit. Me personally. Yeah. Yeah, I'll get the link for you. There you go. So I'm working downstairs. My wife asked if my son was with me, which he wasn't. We heard laughing upstairs and something got thrown down the stairs. It was my MacBook from my office. Broke the laptop and a tile down the stairs. The kids cost me almost $9 grand in damages last year and I already at it. Holy crap, dude. God, you got to put that stuff in like an iron box. Lock it up. Put a snow shovel in his hand, make him go outside and make some of that money back. Earn his keep. NASDAQ about to put a new high of the day in. No pullback now for over 24 hours. Continues to go, baby. Continues to go. ES still flat. Get the belt. Get the belt out. Yeah. Other than that, pretty dang boring price action since the opening move. We have been pinned flat for 40 minutes now. What would be the first sign I'm waiting on? A nice liquidity sweep with volume. So all the signs are there except the technical setup. All the analytics are pointing to downside here. The general market is very red. Everything is getting smoked. The puts are being bought. The calls are being sold. We just don't have the tech. They're just running the algorithms on us. So to me, I'm just going to wait my turn. And if I want to see this pullback for an imbalance fill, I need to see volume with a nice top wick that holds, preferably on the 15 to 30 minute chart. And then I'll play down, 100 points or so, and we'll go from there. What's the flow on NVIDIA? Let's go take a look. What's the flow on NVIDIA looking like? Right now, flow on NVIDIA, incredibly green. Probably the greenest call flow I've seen in over a year on NVIDIA. 150 million in net premiums of 0 DT calls on NVIDIA alone. Phenomenally green. Short's a crowded trade right now. Makes me cautious. Yeah. You're very welcome. Friday open interest in SPY 590 is way high. Nothing else compares. Bearish. Well, possibility. But you can't, I don't want to play those moves until the setup is there. Look, another launch candle here. Still going. This is nuts. ES new high, NASDAQ new high. Microsoft new high. Going, baby. Any bearish setup starts to form immediately forms bottom mix. Yep, that's why you have to do 15 to 20 minute. 15 to 30 minute, I'm sorry. Got to do longer time frame on a move like this. Now, that style of candle right there is the one that typically turns into or looks like a liquidity sweep. So a large move up, top wicks, and then sell back over. Look at this liquidity I just put on to 6130. Massive, which is 4 points higher. Oh, man. Yeah. You're welcome, Jeff. I always feel like that we have a boring session whenever I sign on to Bookmap. I guess like Wednesday middays are usually pretty boring. The midweek midday. Last remaining big liquidity here on NASDAQ is 20,050. Alrighty. Does that load of puts on here make you consider a lotto? Yes, it does. Very much so. I'm considering starting to tranche into positions here shortly. There's a whole bunch of liquidity being pulled down. I would say sweep 22.05, and I'm going to go ahead and put on a short position and just hold it the rest of the day. Just BTFD through 2029. Trump will let the markets go down. On a long-term scale, I agree, 100%. But if you're for short-term trading, you have to play the liquidity. Go on. The top of the imbalance from December 18th dropped to 13 points above us. Yeah, right up here. Yeah. Right up here. Can you send Trump a message to tweet something? I wish I had his phone number. Hey, Big Donnie J, what are you doing? What's been a pattern I'm seeing lately, especially on SPY, is setting SR levels on previous all-time highs. Seems to be a solid spot for sweeps. Yeah, absolutely. Those are major liquidity levels at sweep. 22,050. All right. Do you have a video explaining the mechanism behind liquidity sweeps and how VPA is incorporated? Not a direct video for liquidity sweeps, no. It's on the list of the 2025 video series. But I do have videos on VPA, yeah. Am I hungry? Can you hear my gut rumbling through my microphone? That's weird. It's kind of weird. I have my headphones on, so it's enhanced. Enhance. Enhance. All right. Did we get 2250 yet? No, not yet. Once we clip that 2250, I'm going to start building a downside position for liquidity. Yeah. Yep, another bottom wick. There you go. 22,050. Enhance. I think they're just shaking out people out of position before they sweep 20,050. Every low is being taken out. Yep. I agree. Just kind of trickling higher. That's all that's left to the upside here. ES has also this major level. 2,100 orders sitting here at 6130. That's going to trip. For sure. That's 4 points higher. Just be patient. BlackRock says I see a possibility for prolonged elevation or prolonged inflation. $2.2 billion puts being purchased. Very boring price action. Incredibly boring. They reduced some of that 6130. They trimmed it. About 1,000 orders off of it. More than that, actually. 1,300. And it still has 22,050. So, yeah. Big red. There you go. Not quite a 2250. They're kind of leading us into that 22050 and then wicked it. But what time is it? It is 9:52. We do have an hour and 10 minutes until 2 hours and 10 minutes until 20-year bond auction. So keep an eye on our beloved TLT. It's almost time to enter the second position into TLT. Y'all ready to tranche even higher into TLT? I'm excited. What's up, Andy? How you doing? Welcome back. Long time no see. 6122. A little bit of red. 2205. $22.04, 250 down to $22.09. No volume on this candle. Don't chase the first move, especially on low volume. Very patient. Very patient. Red still bottom wicking, still holding. Very weak. That's all I'm doing here. Just waiting. Look, they're adding even more down to 21.9. If this does play out, the risk reward here is phenomenal. Because if it drops down and fills some liquidity, which is a much needed liquidity grab now, you can get 100 points very quickly into the afternoon. Now, I'm not saying we're going to reverse any of this. I'm not saying a massive downside. I'm not saying they're going to give it all back because that would be inconsistent with the theme here. To put in a new low of the day today to reverse all of this would be inconsistent with the theme, which is upside. Now, they could do it. Sure, anything's possible, but it would be inconsistent to look for that much downside with this trend up. So what I would expect here is just a small pullback, undo some of the order book for the past 2 days, recalibrate inventory, and then go about the business into the afternoon. So I could see a late morning, early afternoon rollover, just a touch, take some profit, wick, and then the afternoon into power hour, reclaim highs. So what I would encourage you to do is two things. One, wait for the VPA setup. I'd like to see 22,050 touched. Two, plot the morning high and the morning low. The morning high and the morning low. If that makes sense. If the war in Ukraine is not finished soon, Trump will impart massive tariffs on Russia and anyone else participating in the war. More red. Can I look at oil? Yeah, let's go take a look at oil. Oil just put on major volume. Did they have seal inventories today? Did I miss that? I thought that was tomorrow. No, it wouldn't be at 10:45. Probably because of what Trump just said. If I had to guess, you have to remember if you're a new trader and you didn't experience the Trump's first term in trading, it's spicy. Every time he tweets or says something, it's usually either controversial or pretty heavy-handed, which means movement. And he just said that he's going to slap Russia with some massive terrorists who control, all that area, a good portion of Asian oil. Not to mention what their agenda is with the yen for the oil dollar. That's what I had to guess because there's no CL inventories today. Bottom wick back up, no volume. DX finally having some profit taking? Yeah. A little bit more red. I like volatility. Hold on to your butts. Yeah. I wanted that 22.050 to start beginning to build my first position. I like high prices. You're welcome, Maddie. You're welcome. If it takes out the prior low, that'll be a change of character. So 22,000 closing under on the 15 will be a change of character and probably lead us down to 975 and then down to 900. Coming on down. A little bit of red. Most red we've seen today. Red volume, red candles. Apple's coming up. ES is down to 61.22. Nasdaq's down to under 22,000. Here's the next candle right here. 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock candle. Nice red on oil. We're going to drill, baby, drill. I love it. Drill, baby, drill. Next algorithm, immediately green. A little bit more top wicks there. That little itty bitty top wick there. We'll see. I bought a Friday 60.50. Don't need to be exact. I like it. I like it. Someone needs to hit the pickle switch. Someone's been laying on the pickle switch for 2 days now. Pickle Rick. VIX down 1485. $22,000 still beginning to hold right here. Here's another retest of 22,000. So we broke down to 990. It's still slow stuff here. Not a major move, but this is the move here, 22,000, that we had to close under in the 15 for a change of character. So far, we haven't gotten it yet. Green back up. Still had no change of character. Read the market. It's like when you're approaching a stoplight and you see the green light ahead of you. You're not going to slow down when it's still showing a green light. You got to wait for the yellow and then the red. I don't know if that works that way outside of the United States, but here in America we have a green light, a yellow light, and then a red light. Yellow says impending red, and we need to see that yellow sign to start shorting. And a change of character would be a beautiful yellow light. Yellow means go faster. Not in the South. Yellow means I'm terrified to break rules, so I'm going to slam on my brakes as hard as possible so I can stop 10 feet short of the line. You guys use traffic lights. Yeah, like those videos of like Bangladesh where there's just no traffic laws at all. It's mayhem. $22,000. People walking those streets? Yeah. Oh man, this has been boring, isn't it? So fun is at night with these 400-point moves. Right now it is, yeah. Coming back up, unable to close under 22, so we get the move back up. There's your pickle switch, Jeff. Back to 22.05. Oh, I didn't trade it. I didn't start last night. Session bears have low libido. Oh my gosh. Still piling in puts. Let's take a look. Yep. Holy crap. 3 billion in puts now. Wow. Look at this. I'm telling you, once they sweep 22.05, I'm going to start building a short position. This is shenanigans. Something treachery is afoot. You know that scene in Family Guy where Stewie says treachery is afoot and he runs away. Yeah, that's this. That's this. 3 billion in puts being purchased and no activity in calls. Liquidity is for the most part lower once we kind of wipe up this higher stuff here. Russell's down, Dow's down, XLF is getting smoked. Most of the X's are red. Shenanigans, man. Shenanigans. Tops are slow to develop. 100%. But it's been so bullish now. The tops are coming off faster than an event at Girls Gone Wild. We'll see if they can hold it, though. Form this top and come back down. Just pretend you're leaving so we can get the OM dump. Yeah. I mean, that'll be happening in 20 minutes, so that's when it'll happen. Look, 61.30 again. Excuse me. Man, I had that cold about a month ago, and I've had this raspy cough just lingering now for a month. No other symptoms, but holy crap. I don't know what the government put in this batch of bioweapon, but 61.32, look at that. They're putting it back on. Another red move, though. Lasted 2 to 3 months. Yeah, it's terrible. They know I want 22.50, so they're not going to give it to me. They're not going to give it to me. They're not that kind. They're going to bait and switch us. They heard me. Metfolk's going to hold 1,000. Yeah. We've been dead flat now since 8:55, 9:55 Eastern Time. Back and forth, trying to get under 22,000, which will be a change of character. Everything else is trending down heavily, except for tech. When does it break? Nobody knows. When you say 3 billion in puts, are you referring to this? Nope, I'm referring to 0 DTE. So Hero right now has got 0 DTE institutional put buying to the tune of 3 billion notional, which is a very large amount. Calls, no activity. I would be very surprised if we go the entire session today without a decent profit-taking event. Not a complete reversal. Don't hear what I'm not saying. Profit-taking event. UK's AA credit rating could drop if bond market sells off becomes more regular. How much points on NASDAQ is a profit-taking event? I'd probably say 960, 950. If we're, that'd be a good one. I'd be surprised if they see him bring it all the way down to 900. Although it's certainly possible. I'd be surprised to see a 900 move. Yeah, at least not without taking up a liquidity. We haven't had a decent pullback since 9 o'clock yesterday morning. So we're due for a good profit. Even if they did undo it in today's session. Holy crap. Even if they did undo today's session, not the pre-market, but just today's session, there's still afternoon to bounce it back up. So we'll see. It's all about liquidity. Put skew is 50% compared to calls. Oh yeah. Sounded like Forrest Gump there for a second. Hello, Jen A. A lot of double, triple tops on tech. VIX is starting to stay green. Small candles, but green. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Patience, baby. Patience. Each time you say this, I have to look at the DAX. 4-hour chart's so nuts. No profit taking for 9 days. Yeah, so I don't follow the DAX that much, or any global markets. America. The reason why I would say that there's so many... let me go look at the 4-hour chart. Excuse me. So December 23rd kicked off a very bullish move, of which there's very little profit taking. The only profit taking session we've had here in about a month for the DAX was January 10th, 11th, and 12th. It appears. If I had to give my opinion about that, it's strictly because there's a lot of less liquidity there. It's not as heavily participated and probably a little bit more manipulated and influenced than the United States market. So the United States market is so heavily participated in, there's a lot of shenanigans. Market manipulation moves up. That's why I'm such a heavy-based VPA liquidity style trader. Australian OM just came out. Crikey. So, I don't know. I mean, that's a very, very aggressive move with very little pullback. Yeah, 100%. Now, if you go on the 15-minute, there's some decent pullbacks, here and there. But, yeah, it's a very bullish move. Macro levels this week are just on fleek. On fleek. Only when U.S. does something or Trump tweets something, the DAX moves down quickly, 102 once and bounces back up. Yeah. Still buying puts, no call activity. Give me 22.5. Look, this cat up here is just toying with us. Like a cat with a laser pointer. 22.05 for NASDAQ. Sweep 22.05, and I'm taking my first short position. 2202. Can't just listen to Owen's Bookmap stream for free? No, you can. You just have to verify first. So go just verify. It takes a second, and you'll be able to log in. If you have issues, you could throw on the YouTube stream. They're trying to combat bots coming into the server. That's why they're doing the verification. I guess he can't hear me. There you go. ES liquidity is similar to NASDAQ. Yep, right up here. Terrible price action. Got about 10 more minutes here. We're going to wrap up the stream. If you have any questions about anything or what I'm looking for here, let me know, and I'll explain it. But it's been a very patient day today. Donald Trump has ordered a communications blackout at America's federal health agencies. The FTC, the CDC, FDA, HHS, and have been told to pause external communication, including publishing scientific reports, including updates, websites, or issuing health advisories. Interesting. Here comes a 2250 sweep. I just wanted to see the JFK papers. Here comes 22050. Choppy action has killed positions that entered at any time in the last hour. Yep. Still rejected 22. Well, this one's going to take 2050. Watch. This move will take out 2250, sweep up higher, and then that's when they'll begin shenanigans. This is a basing level. First time I've written something that can't be posted published. What do you mean? Do you work for those agencies? Like, is that? I don't know. I have to take a side take right now. Not feeling that great. $22.60. That's a pretty tight sweep from 50. Let me go back and look. Let me see what a good level is. 80. 2280 would be a fantastic target to sweep up. So clear 50, hit 80, top wick, and then play the short. Would be a beautiful setup if we could get there. I've written this with other words and got the notification. You talking about on Discord? Yeah, it's taking off higher. Yeah, they keep putting that 6130 on and off. On and off. They're spoofing hard. It looks sweepy. Yep. I think they're going to sweep it. They're going to sweep it. That's what's going to happen here. They're going to get everyone nice and bullish. They're going to pile it on, and they're going to cram it down your throat. Watch. The call flow on NVIDIA is outrageous, although it's not increasing anymore, but it did this morning. So Top Step rolls out some new features for those using the Top Step feature. All right, here it comes. Here comes the move for NASDAQ. 2250, I'd love to see 80. They're putting on 21962. If we do grab 22,080, if they do get up that high, I'm going to take my first position over 2205. So T minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Ignition start. 4, 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff. Not yet. Oh, man. Let's get that 50, baby. MM's missed it. Yeah. Yeah. $20.036. Going for 50. There it goes. Here comes 50. Sweeping up higher. Watch, they're going to do it right before we sign off. Look at this. 2250. They still have a little bit left. There's 47. They got to 50 officially. They did tap that 50. Right there. They got all that liquid. VIX is still going higher. Now, be on guard for sweep activity. Nice, Twizzy. Sweep activities. Just close at 53. There you go. Still going higher. They're still buying puts? Let's take a look. Nope, they sold off some of them. They went from $3 billion to $2.4 billion. They sold off some of them, but they're not buying calls either. Do you have a stop order? Or just manage. I'm not in the position yet, but I'm getting ready to get in the position. But once I do, yeah, I'll put on a stop. 22,080 would give me a great sweep opportunity. I got one more minute, and I will have to shut off the stream, but. I'll throw it in the Discord chat when I jump into the position. A-firm. Adding more liquidity at 960, 950. But they're still building this little pressure. You see it like a stove about to boil over here to 2206. All right, y'all. That is 11:30, so it's time for me to hang up here. Y'all know my thesis of I think I've explained it ad nauseum here. So if you have any questions, let me know. Hit me up in the DMs for the OM Discord. I'll throw in. I'll let you know when I'm jumping to this, at least the first leg of this position here. So hope you have a good rest of the day. Be wary of shenanigans, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'm out. See you.